All right. The next structure we're going through is perfect modals. Perfect modals, as we can see, they have like have plus past participle. So we have the modal must, should, could, okay, with have plus past participle. And let me say something. When we have perfect modals, I mean like the modals with have plus past participle, they all deal with the past. They got nothing to do with the present. All right. All right. So they have nothing to do with the present. That's it. Must plus have plus past. Okay, what is it? We use it to come to conclusions about past actions or situations based on present evidence. For example, you want to visit your uncle. Okay. You just on the street and you look up. You see the lights are off. So what do you say? What conclusion do you come to? You're saying that, oh, they must have gone to bed. The lights are off. They must have gone to bed. So you just come to the conclusion that something just happened before you arrived in the past. What is it? Going to bed. So you say they must have gone to bed. Their car isn't in the parking. They must have gone out. Then for a second, you think, and then you say that, oh, let's look in the parking. Oh, their car isn't in the parking. Their car isn't in the parking. So what conclusion do you make? So, they must have gone out before you arrived. Another example, Tina must have invited Mina as she is her close friend. Okay, so that's a conclusion again. And the passive form of it is like we need to add been to that because we have be plus past participle to make it passive. So Mina must have been invited. Okay. Okay. And let's move on to should have past participle. We use this structure to talk about past regrets, criticize past actions. Okay, so we just don't like what happened or what did not happen, and we're just going to criticize it or be regretful about it. You should have told her the truth. It means that the person did not tell her the truth, and that was not a good thing, and you're sorry about that. Okay, so you say you should have told her the truth, just criticizing. Or you shouldn't have talked behind her back. Okay, so you talked behind her back, and which is not a good thing, of course. Should be shaming yourself. Anyways, I should have listened to my father. I should listen to. It means that I did not listen to my father, and now I'm sorry. I did the wrong thing. You shouldn't have opened this box. Yeah, it was not yours, and you shouldn't have opened it. So it was somebody else's. Okay, and what should I have done? In questions, we're just seeking advice, something like that. This box shouldn't have been opened. So this is the passive structure, as I told you. Here we need to have been or add been to the structure to make it passive. Okay, let's move on to could have past participle to talk about past possibilities and therefore be regretful or criticize accordingly. For example, there was a robbery, or let's say burglary, and there was a window, and that was possible. So when there is a window, it is possible for the thief to have come, broken into the house through the window. So you see, the thief could have entered the house through the window. So that was possible. I could have consulted with my teacher. So it was possible. Okay. But, this sentence is telling us that it was possible for the person to consult with the teacher, but he did not do that. Okay. So I could have consulted with my teacher. It means, but I didn't. Okay. And now I'm sorry for that. So that's why we use it to like regret or criticize. Or you could have called me when you had an accident. It means, why didn't you do that? Okay, so this is a way to criticize. You could have solved this problem, but you didn't. Okay, and what could I have done? And the passive structure is, again, with being, this problem could have been solved. And might have past participle is to talk about probability. So it's just weaker than possibilities, because when there's a possibility, you're sure that there is a possibility. But when something is probable, so you're not sure of that. So it's weaker than the possible. So you need to just guess accordingly. And sometimes you figure out that no, there were no chances of doing that. The thief might have entered the house through the, for example, chimney. Then you go and you see that there is no chimney. Okay. All right. So they might have they would have sent an email to him. So maybe yes, maybe not. All right. And the passive structure is an email might have been sent to him. Again, been here. And the last but not least, let's say, is would have past participle, which is basically using conditionals, conditional type 3 mostly. We use it to talk about past possibilities and analyze accordingly. For example, what would you have done in the past? Like if you were me, this is like seeking advice to get help. Like, okay, I would have called the police. And then you're just helping your friend with some advice about the past thing. But of course, there is a hint of criticism in that too. For example, just look at the person like, I would have called the police. It means that what the hell did you do? That was not the right thing you did. They wouldn't have ignored her if you had introduced her to them. All right. So she wouldn't have been ignored if you had introduced her to them. Okay, so this is conditional type 3, as I told you. Thank you.